Hi there, what's up? Welcome back to Ecofunomics. I am Dr. Shreya Roy. This is session 10 of data analytics using SPSS. Ecofunomics is registered under the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Education, MSME Skill India, Startup India. We are also certified partner of IBM, and we are currently serving knowledge across 168 countries. This is a certificate course. If you want to register to our certificate course, the link is down in the description box. And if you want to know on the hands out and notes, then please write to us at contact@ecofunomics.com, and the WhatsApp number is being displayed on your screen. In today's lecture, we are going to be learning about t-test. T-test is a test which we perform to compare means of two groups of data. Before we enter more into the t-test, it is important for us to understand hypothesis building. So hypothesis basically consists of null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. Null hypothesis is something which everybody knows, like the sun rises in the east. And alternative hypothesis is something which you want to challenge. So, for example, you may challenge that the sun does not rise in the east, the sun rises in the west. That might be true, may not be true. The data will talk about it, but you are just stating something that you want to research. Okay? So, for example, if we perform t-test, the null hypothesis will be that the two means are same, but your alternative hypothesis will be the two means are not the same. Two means being the same is what the textbook tells us. Hence, we are saying two means are going to be the same. However, the alternative hypothesis is going to be that the two means are not the same. Okay. Moving on to a bit of t-test. So t-test is let me share my screen. T-test is a statistical test that is used to compare the means of two groups, as I mentioned before, and it is often used for hypothesis testing. For example, you want to test whether the mean before COVID and after COVID was the same, or the effects of the health effect before COVID or the after COVID is the same or not, and hence you're doing a mean comparison. So t-test can be of two types. One is one sample and the other one is paired t-sample. So one sample t-test and paired t-test. So one sample t-test is when you already know what your value of t should be. For example, let's say we can set the value of t at 0, and paired sample t-test is conducted when, as I said, before and after, to understand before and after the effect. For example, if you have the same set of data and you break it in the middle, and then you're conducting the mean test for the top part and the bottom part. Under such a scenario, you do a paired t-test. However, when you're calculating the t-test for the whole data together, you do one sample t-test. Let's take a look at the data, and I guess it's going to be easier. I'm sharing my screen of the software. Now, let's take a look at the data. So, the first column is here. Second column is in India internet usage. So, how much internet India use? Second is USA internet usage, and then we have pre-AI introduction and post. So the internet was there, and in middle somewhere AI was introduced, and hence the internet data fragments into two parts. First is before AI and second is after AI. So the first set of data in which AI introduction is not there is going to be used for one sample t-test, where pre and post AI is given. This data is going to be used for paired sample t-test. Okay, let's take a look quickly. We'll use the first data. Let's go to Analyze, Compare Means, One Sample t-test. Okay, so this is how your data dialog box should look like. select the data you want to test, India internet usage, and I am setting the test value at 0 because I want to say that the mean should have been 0. Okay, and then click on OK. Now, the null hypothesis should be T test value equals to 0. Alternative hypothesis will be test value not equal to 0. Okay, so my T value comes to 4.041 and the test value here was set at 0. So we see that the significance is at 0.000, which is lesser than 0.05, which means we fail to reject the alternative hypothesis and we fail to accept the null hypothesis, which means we are accepting the alternative hypothesis stating that my T value is not equal to 0. Now, if we have before and after data, go to Analyze, Compare Means, Paired Sample T-Test, and first I am selecting India Internet usage before AI and India Internet usage after AI and clicking on OK. Now, here my alternative hypothesis is that the mean of the two groups will not be same, whereas my null hypothesis will be that the mean of the two groups will be same. Take a look over here. My T value is minus 4.819 and my significance is 0.000, which is lesser than 0.05, which means we accept the alternative hypothesis stating that the mean of the two groups are not equal. That's all for t-test. If you have any doubts and queries, please write down below, comment down below, and we'll definitely get back to you. And if you haven't watched the previous videos, please do that. Hope you learned something new. See you in the next one. Until then, bye.